Hi, this is Dr. Bo from Dr. Bo Career Booster. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a new series, How to Improve Your Communication Skills. Today is a part 2 of our communication skills series, How to Write an Email That Matters. Some of you may be writing research report on your daily work, but for most of us, the most common format of written communication is emails. How do you write an effective email that could influence people and achieve your goals? This session is all about how to write an email that matters. So first, let's talk about what is the purpose of those emails. It might sound obvious. However, have you read many of emails after you finish reading the email? It was less clear to you what is the purpose of that email. Or when you were writing your emails, were you really clear about what is the goal of this particular email? There are often two types of emails. One is just for your information. Second is to calling for actions. So for the email that are for your information, most of it about meeting minutes or project updates, or just want to inform other people what's happening. Second is calling for actions. Those emails are often about, schedule a meeting, assign tasks to the team members, or calling for suggestions or inputs, or sign up a certain program. If it is the first type of email, is full audience information. What are the key messages you want to deliver in this email? I would recommend you, before start writing the email, list out those key messages in short phrases and make sure that you include all those key messages in your email. For example, if you're writing our meeting summary and who attended the meeting, and what are the key items being discussed in the meeting? Are there any takeaways from those meetings? Another example, if you're writing a project status report, so who are the key people of doing the project, and what are status of the project? Is it on track or behind the schedule? If it is behind the schedule, how far behind the schedule, and what are the main reasons contributing? Another common calling for action email is to assign tasks to different teams or team members of a common project we're working together. Have you articulated the common goal of this project? Have you listed out the specific details of each task and assigned to the right person? Last but not least, have you tell everybody when is the deadline they have to return the task or complete the task? For a task assignments, and it has to include who, what, and when. That is a to-do list. The second most important thing about writing an effective email is to keep it short and keep it concise. How many times you have received an email, a very, very long email, multiple pages and multiple paragraphs, it just turns you off, or you say, okay, let me put aside, when I have time, I'll read it, rather than dig into right away. Human beings' attention is very short-lived nowadays, and many of you can only read about 100 to 200 words maximum. So for most of emails, I strongly recommend you keep it within 3 paragraphs, within 200 words. If you really have to have a lot of content to include, and make sure you separate into the paragraphs, bullet points, and bold the most important key messages. And after you finish the first time of writing, make sure you read through your emails, cut out all the redundancy, and make it as concise as possible. Use simple words, use shorter phrases, and use simple sentences. And make sure you definitely read aloud at least once. If you can't finish a sentence within one breath, and that sentence is way too long. So use shorter sentences, use more concise language. That will increase the readership and that will increase the effectiveness of your email. The third tip I'll give to you to write effective email that influence people and matters is to read it aloud for multiple times before you send it out, especially email to the bigger group. For every single important emails, I always read it aloud. Not just read it aloud multiple times before I send it. For the first time I read it aloud, I check the grammar, check the typo, check the language. The second time when I read it out, I check if I have included all the key messages I want. The third time when I read it out, I try to pretend I'm the recipient and see what the messages I will get by reading the email. And sometimes I ask help from my colleagues, ask them to read the message to see if they comprehend the email as I intend to. These are very helpful, and make sure you read aloud the emails multiple times before you send it out. Double check it, triple check it. To summarize today's session, here are the 3 tips to write our effective email that matters and influence people. Number 1, be clear about the purpose of your email. Number 2, be concise, be concise, be concise. Number 3, read it multiple times before you send it out. Hope those practical tips are helpful to your daily communication at work and one step closer to become a communication master. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, Dr. Bo Career Booster, for more career tips.